Year 3, welcome to lesson number 3 of your talk writing lessons this week in week 1. Today we're going to have a think about using nouns and pronouns. So our learning objective is, can I use nouns and pronouns appropriately to avoid repetition and to aid clarity? And that just means to make sure that my writing makes sense. Okay? So first of all, we have to know what person we are writing in. We talked about this when we did our newspaper reports, okay? So in a biography, we are writing about somebody else. What person does that mean we are going to be writing in? Okay, yes, we are writing in the third person. Let's have a look. So if you remember, the first person is when you are writing from your own point of view. So you're going to use the word I. Second person is when you're writing to somebody. So you're going to use the word you. We're not doing either of those. We are writing about somebody else. So we're going to be using the words he and she, and that is the third person. So now we need to have a think about pronouns. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that can be used instead of a noun. So I've got some examples. Here is Princess Jasmine. That's the noun, that's her name. But you could use pronouns to describe her. You could say her or she. So have a look at these sentences. You can use nouns. Jasmine has a pet tiger, but you can replace the noun with pronouns. She has a pet tiger. It is Jasmine's tiger, or it is her tiger. Okay, so pronouns can replace nouns. Another example, we've got Ronaldo. So the noun is Ronaldo, that's his name. And the pronouns we could use to replace the noun are he or his. So we could say Ronaldo is a fantastic footballer, or we could replace the noun and say he is a fantastic footballer. Ronaldo's goal was brilliant, or with a pronoun, his goal was brilliant. Okay? We can have plurals. So this group are the children, that is the noun, children. But instead of always saying children, we can replace that with pronouns, they. The children went to the beach, or they went to the beach. Okay, and lastly, objects are nouns. So the ball or ball is a noun, camera is a noun, but we could replace those nouns with the words it or that, and those are the pronouns. And when we talk about ourselves, the noun would be our name, but we can replace our name with the word I, myself, or mine. And if we're talking about ourselves in a group, we could say we, ourselves, or ours. Okay? So we're going to play a game now. I'd like you to spot the pronouns in these pieces of writing. I'm going to read through them. What are the pronouns? You can write them down. You can tell the person sitting next to you. Ash loves to play tennis. She is really good at it. So the pronouns there are she and it. It is a tricky one, but it is a pronoun because it's replacing the word tennis. You could say, Ash loves to play tennis. Ash is really good at tennis. Okay? Umair, what about this one? Umair went for a walk and he stopped when he arrived at the cafe. What are the pronouns? The pronouns are he. That's a fairly easy one. The flute is his, not mine, replied Layla. Remember, they're words that are replacing nouns. So it's his and mine, because you could say the flute is Thomas's, not Layla's, replied Layla. Okay? And the last one, again, is a little bit tricky. We taught ourselves how to play cards. what are the pronouns? Pronoun we and ourselves. Because you could put nouns there. You could say, Miss McHugh and Miss Aminpour taught Miss McHugh and Miss Aminpour how to play cards. Okay, so pronouns replace nouns. Now, it's important in our writing that we use pronouns and nouns correctly, because otherwise, number one, our writing might not make sense. Number two, it might make sense, but it might sound a little bit strange, okay? So I'm going to show you some examples of writing where I've not used pronouns and nouns correctly. I'd like you to tell me what is wrong with the writing, okay? Why doesn't it work? So, Miss McHugh went to the shops near Miss McHugh's house. Miss McHugh's bag was very big, so Miss McHugh was able to buy lots of different items. First, Miss McHugh picked up a tomato. Then Miss McHugh added some bananas. Miss McHugh also wanted some chocolate, so Miss McHugh got a Kit Kat bar. Pause this video if you want. Tell the person next to you what is wrong with this bit of writing. Okay, this bit of writing doesn't sound very sensible. It makes sense, but it sounds really strange because I'm repeating myself over and over again. I've used no pronouns. I've only used the same noun again and again, and I've highlighted it here so you can see. So what I need to do to make this writing sound more sensible is replace some of those nouns with some pronouns. And here you go. I'd like you to pause this, read through this bit of writing. Does it make more sense now? All of the pronouns that I've replaced, I've highlighted in green. Okay, pause this and have a read. Yes, so it makes a lot more sense if I mix up the noun, using nouns and using pronouns, okay? Sounds very strange if I just use somebody's name again and again and again. Right. Here is another bit of writing. This one has a different mistake. Can you tell me what it is? Elsa and Anna were playing by the lake. She threw a snowball at her, but she ducked, so it hit the tree. She ran around the lake to surprise her from behind. Have a talk to the person sitting next to you. Pause this video. What's wrong with this bit of writing? So in this bit of writing, we have used pronouns, but we've used them too much, and now we just don't understand what's happening. I don't know who threw the first snowball. I don't know who ran around the lake. So the story doesn't make any sense anymore. So what I need to do, I've highlighted all the pronouns here. There are too many of them. I need to change some of those pronouns into nouns so that I can understand what's happening. Pause this video, read through that writing, see if it makes more sense now, and see if you can answer the questions at the bottom of the page. Yes, so sometimes we need to switch around using nouns and using pronouns, but we also need to make sure that it's clear what's going on in our story or our writing, okay? Right, we're now going to do activities. You need to be able to pause this video to do the activities, and you need a pencil and a piece of paper, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to show you a bit of writing, and I'd like you to rewrite this on your bit of paper correctly. So there's a mistake in this bit of writing. Maybe it has too many pronouns, maybe it has too many nouns. I'd like you to correct the writing so it makes sense, writing the whole sentence down on your bit of paper. So this is question 1. Pause the video, please, and complete it. Question 2. Question 3. Question 4. And this is a new activity. So what I'd like you to do here is have a look at the picture. This is a picture from Cars, maybe Cars 1, maybe not Cars 2, I'm not sure. And write some sentences about it using nouns and pronouns. Make sure your writing makes sense. So pause this video and have a go at writing about this picture. And again, same thing, this picture is from Toy Story. Pause this video and write something about this picture, but make sure you use some pronouns and nouns, okay? And last activity of the day, well, of this lesson. We need to understand how to use pronouns and nouns in biographies. We're learning how to write a biography, and it's really important that we use pronouns and nouns correctly in biography writing. So to help us understand why it's important, I want us to have a little look at our text map. First of all, can you please draw out what I have on my page here? I'm just going to highlight it for you so you understand what I want you to draw. This, okay? What I've just drawn that little box around, can you please pause this video and write that down on your bit of paper so it looks exactly the same, one line underneath each other, okay? And once you've done that, what you're going to do is you're going to make a tally. So in our text map, there are lots of different nouns and pronouns are used, okay? It doesn't just say Rosa Parks again and again, it's avoiding repetition. So you're going to read through the text map. Every time you see the noun Rosa Parks, you're going to put a line next to it. If you see the pronoun she, you're going to put a line next to she. And you're going to carry on doing that all the way down to the bottom of the text map until you've got a tally. So you know how many times the text map says Rosa Parks, how many times the text map says Parks, how many times it says she, her, and herself, okay? Now remember, when we do tallies, we do 4 lines, and on our 5th line, we draw a horizontal line across the 4, okay? And that makes it, and then we carry on like this, and it makes it easier to count because we can count in 5s. Right, good luck with that, year 3. And I would like to see a photo, please, of all the work that you've done throughout this video and your tally of pronouns and nouns in our text map, taken a photo of and uploaded on Tapestry. Okay, good luck and have a lovely weekend. I will just pop this onto the text map for you. So pause this video here so you can complete your tally. Okay, bye.